Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 97. What are the roots of f of x equal x squared plus 2x minus 8? So when we read the question, we know this one is the quadratic equations. And to find the root, we set this equals 0. So you want to review the ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, how to solve for the quadratic equations, and it in the playlist Math 1314 week 2, the second video. So let's start. We know that we cannot use the square root property to solve for this one, so we go to the zero factor theorem. So we have to factor f of x, and we use the AC method. So in this case, our a is 1, okay, b is 2, c is negative a, okay. So you see this one a, you see nothing in front of the x squared, is mean 1. Keep that in mind, okay. So a is equal 1, so we need to find two numbers that is multiplications will produce a times c. In this case is a is 1, c is negative 8. Negative 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. And then the same numbers, when you add them up, it will be equal b, and in this case it equal 2. So because of the product is negative, it means that two numbers will be one negative, one positive. Okay, so let's try the pair. Let's put the negative in the front. Just try to find a pair which can make the product is 8, because the negative we put it in the front. Okay, so we have 1 and 8. Okay, we have 2 and 4. Anything else? Nope, right? So it either negative 1 and 8, or 1 and negative 8, or negative 2 and 4, or 2 and negative 4. One of them will be negative. So which one when you add up? So we have 4 pair total. Okay, so which one is make positive 2? So 1 and negative 8, the difference between them is 7, so it never can be that pair, right? So now we check if it's negative 2 and 4 or negative 4 and 2. Which one gives you positive 2? Of course, 4 and negative 2. When you add them up, it will be 2, because the bigger number is more positive. Okay, so we choose this pair, negative 2 and 4. So you will have is look like this: x plus 2, because it's positive 2, multiplied by x, minus, right, because we choose the negative, x minus 2 times x plus 4. We copy exactly the same sign and numbers. So in this case right here, we have negative 2's, so we plug in here, like right there, because the coefficient a is 1, so we just write out x in the front like this, and then we plug in exactly what we find. Okay, so positive 4, so we have positive 4 right here. Now we set it equal to 0. We set it equal to 0, so remember, if we have a times b equals 0, we will solve for a equals 0 or b equals 0. Then we know our answer, right? So set x minus 2 that equals 0, and we set x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, so my a in this case is this one. That's my a. my b, okay, equals 0. Now I set my a equals 0 or my b equals 0. Now we solve for it. We add 2 both sides. Now we have x equal 2. We minus 4 both sides. We have x equal -4. So you see that it's tricky because they have right here 4 and -2, and then they have -4 and 2. So if you don't understand what's going on, you will automatically like put, when you find a -2 and 4, you pick it. It's not the right answer. The right answer is 2 and -4. So this one is the correct answer. So this number right here, the couple right here, is it's like the numbers that you try to factor the f of x. It's not the root. The root is when you try to set each factors, 0 factors, equal to 0. Then you solve for it. And this is your x equal some number. That is the root. Okay? The root means your x will be equal some number. A numbers. Alright? That is the root or the solutions or the 0. The numbers you find in the AC method, this is called AC method. It's not the root. So making sure it's different. You have to understand it completely different. Okay? Thank you for participating in this series and see you next time.